Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. In the previous video, we've learned about the state and props, and in this video, we will learn about the React lifecycle. So we will use the project from the previous video. So we will reuse this project. So if you haven't watched the previous video, you should watch it first. The link is on the description. So just open previous project and then we will reuse this project. Okay, first we will learn about the component did mount. So to do that, we will refactor this counter component to class component. So we refactor this to class component, class counter extended component. Copy this. Okay, remove this one. So in the class component, we will access the props via this way. This props current count. Okay, make sure it still work. Our counter. Okay, it still work, right? Okay, we will learn about React component lifecycle. So first is component did mount. So this is a method from this component. So when this component is mounted, this method will be called. We will prove it later. First, we just remove this console from the button to make it clear. Okay, now there is no console here. So we just save this, and before that, print console here, counter component did mount. Okay, we'll prove it together. See, this method is called counter component mount in the first time. So what happened when the state changed? This method will not be called anymore, like when the state change, and React will not call this method again. And then there is another method called component did update. We'll see. Okay, this component update is not called, but when the state changed, state from the root, the parent component changed that pass this state via props. When this props changed, this method will be called. So actually there is a way to show the previous prop. So just add one parameter here, props, and then print. Okay. We can see that it will print the previous props. So when we start from 0 and then click increase, the previous prop is 0. The current prop is 1. Usually, this method is used to compare props to detect a change on props. So maybe, for example, like this, we can create a comparison in this method. We can compare the previous prop current count with, if it's not same with these props, we can detect that prop current count is changed. See? Okay, we can see that this method is called because the previous prop's current count is changed. the current count prop is changed. So maybe it will be very useful when we want to detect change on particular props. Okay, there is one more lifecycle method I will explain. Maybe there are some another lifecycle method. You can read it in the documentation, but I will only explain this three method. The next one is component will unmount. Okay, this method is called when this counter component will unmount. So it's very clear. Component did mount, component did update is very descriptive, and component will unmount. So this method will be called when this counter component is unmount. How to do that? Maybe you can try something like this. We can add the ternary operation here. Just this state if this state is more than 0, just print this. If not, just print something like this. Don't forget to add this console in here. Counter component will unmount. Okay, you can see that the component did mount is not called, and then when we increase, this component did mount is called, and we decrease it again, this component will unmount is called. So it means when we hide this, when we are not rendering this, this component will unmount is called. So it will be useful when we want to remove listener. Maybe in component did mount we add some listener in this component did mount, and then we can remove that listener in component will unmount to make sure there is no disturbing our app performance. So we remove all listener in the component will unmount. So that is the basic of React lifecycle. If you want to know more about the React lifecycle, you can read it in the documentation, link on the description. In the next video, we will learn about the React hooks, and actually all of this lifecycle can be replaced by hook. I will explain it later on the React hooks episode. So it's enough for now. I hope you understand. If you have a question about this, you can leave the comment. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video. Okay, thank you. See you to the next video.